Hello, YouTube. I'm back again. I said in my last live video that would go live at midnight on Sunday night, and here I am, midnight Sunday night, and we're going down the rabbit hole. So I'm gonna say some stuff that you might think is crazy, or you might think I'm crazy, or you might be the only ones to get to see this video before it get taken down. Because I'm pretty sure that if I don't watch the things I say, it will be taken down. But I'm gonna say some things because it's just crazy that people won't let you have free speech. So I'm gonna say some things. Hopefully, I won't get a strike, but I just get my video tagged. When they tag your video, they put a bunch of disclaimers on there. You might say the what is it? I told where's the FEMA coffins? I have no idea. I have no idea. As a matter of fact, I don't know what those things were that they had way back when. It's just like finding a FEMA camp. There were no FEMA camps, and not in Ohio. Not when I looked for them, and I did go look for them. I looked for them a whole day. I spent looking for every location for a FEMA camp in Northeast Ohio in the Cuyahoga County area. I didn't go out my county. If it was out my county, I wasn't gonna worry about it. But yeah, I remember I had all them coffins stacked up and everything. I don't know what those things were. But they might have used them with all the people that died. They might have used them, sold them to somebody else. It's all about money. Just like those FEMA trailers, they sold them after they found out that they had all that arsenic in them. They end up selling them to a real estate investor, and he took that way out, like in what is it, Wyoming or someplace out there where they had a lot of migrant workers and stuff, and they had them people living in those. They was renting them out, and this shit was. I can say shit. It's past midnight. The stuff was full of arsenic. Okay, so like I said, I'm going down a rabbit hole, and it's gonna be basically who do you trust and what do you trust. See, I'm not asking anybody to trust me. I'm just asking people just to have an open mind and listen. Okay, because there's things out here that's not being told, and every time you do try to say something, either they pull the plug. Like many a times they done did that to me. Hopefully this time of night they won't do it, but you never know. But they do have the AI out here watching us. I wonder, have any of you guys ever seen that TV series Utopia? Hey, Prep Studying with Belinda, how you doing? Hey, Bougie Prepper, how you doing? Hey, Red October, how you doing? If you guys ever get a chance, it's two shows I want you to watch, two series. Now, The Stand is you can get that on YouTube without the commercials. It is long; it's over 5 hours. That's the original Stand with Stephen King. What the original Stand was about. And then Utopia. Now, Utopia is an eye opener. Each one of those movies are talking about basically what is happening out here now. You know, they got plot twists and everything. It's just crazy. Thinning out the herd, basically. But yeah, so like I said, it's gonna get kind of crazy because, like I said, we it really in a battle, and we at war, and the opponent that we are fighting is AI. Let me tell you something. I got a stove delivered the other day. My wife bought a stove. It's a Samsung stove. She bought a stove. And like I said, I got security cameras all around my house. They wireless, they hooked into the internet and stuff. And I see the guy go out to bring in the stove. And when they came back, I didn't see him, but I see him walking up the stairs in the house with the stove. When I went and checked my cameras, they're not there. The stove has wireless internet on it. It is the stove. I'm like, wow. And somehow or another, it blocked my cameras from showing it. It's like they're not even there. And it just freaked me out. It just freaked me out. And like I say, it's a lot of stuff out here, but I don't know. Like I was telling my wife the other day, things is not the same. You remember I once mentioned in one of my videos, I think when Grady was here, I was talking about deja vu. How many of you ever had deja vu? Hey, Lori Lawson, how you doing? What's up, Grandpa? Sorry I'm late. No, you're not late. I'm gonna talk about some everything. I'm gonna talk until you guys get tired of, or I fall asleep at the mic. with either one. You know, a lot of people don't understand. They say that they believe they had deja vu, that they actually did something before, or they've been someplace before, or they recognize things that they never even seen before. I mean, I know a lot of people have. See, Belinda says she has. I do too. And all, you know, all that is that that's another you. I mean, this might sound crazy. That's another you from another dimension that is living the same life. Really. I mean, see, we all connected. You know, they got other dimensions, other, how can I say this? Earths. Okay. And we all are connected, you know, our memory, especially when we sleep. I mean, sometimes your mind might be someplace way out there, and then you wake up and you say, "Dang, I remember doing that before." And that's all it is. You live in your life, and sometimes you get a second chance to do things that you never did because your other life, your other person in your other dimension did it before. Really, like I remember I went to the store. I never been to the store before, but I knew what everything in the store was. And it just freaked me out. It just freaked me out. Sound like a Stargate episode? Wow. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Because you know, like I told people the other day, the moon has a Stargate on it. Because the moon is hollow. Inside the moon, especially on the dark side of the moon, it's all gonna come out pretty soon. You're gonna find out that that is why every time they turn that thing on, bad stuff happen in the Bermuda Triangle. I do believe that, you know, and we too busy talking about going to Mars and putting 100,000 people on Mars within the next 20 years. 20 years, 100,000 people living on the Mars. You know, that's fine with me. I ain't going, so that's their problem. All right, very good sleep. Hey, Cabin in the Woods, how you doing, Tony? Yeah, like I say, so that's all that deja vu is. I mean, people say, "Wow, I did that before. I've been there before," because really, it happens every day. And sometimes you might say, "Dang, I heard this comment before from him before," or something like that. But it really does happen. And deja vu, scientists can't explain it because, like I say, we are connected to another dimension. You know, we don't know how to use the technology, but we keep fooling around with this quantum physics stuff, the quantum entanglement that we have out there. You know, they come up with stuff that they tied it. What they call it the time capsule, the time crystal, not the time capsule. The time. Let me explain it. There's some quantum stuff they got out there. It's called the time crystal, and what it is, you know how everything is in constant flux. You know, everything is in, you know, when atoms are always bouncing around, bam, 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 bouncing off stuff, it's always in constant flux. Not with this. They are stable and they're not in constant flux. And that's why they were able to do what they do with this stuff that they're doing now. That's how you end up with the what's that quantum leap stuff. Scientists got it now. They stabilized it. You know what I mean? And I don't know how they did it, but they did do it, so it's stabilized. Let's see. Let's say, "Oh, dude, you going there?" I can speak on that. Let us know, Lori. Lori, let us know. You know, everything we think we know, we don't know. Crap. You're right. We don't know. And I wish I did. I wish I had all the answers. But like I say, we too busy caught up on zombies. I mean, back in the day, it was werewolves and vampires. Now the new thing is zombies. We caught up on the Walking Dead. I mean, we caught up on all this stuff. The end of the world and all this other stuff, but it's stuff happening right now underground in this planet that is affecting us, you know, where they got these underground cities and the lizard people. People say, when I say lizard people, people get mad and start laughing. No, I'm gonna just say it's the reptilian agenda. Now they've been knowing this ever since 1947. As far as back as the Bible, you know, when I get talking about these reptilians, I'm talking from the Bible and from science and all this other stuff. So they're out there. Hey, from to see how you doing. Let's see. So Red, I don't say I'm here laughing out loud. Yeah, yeah. But really, you go back to the Bible and they start talking about the serpent in the Garden of Eden, had legs, who can walk, and then God told him he had to crawl on his belly, which got rid of his legs. So that's what I'm saying. It was walking before it got to be like a snake. That one did, but what about the other ones? There's more, because he created everything. And then when you start going back to ancient China, which really trips you out, when you go back to the first dynasty, the emperor from the first dynasty was hatched by a serpent. You see, and they've been here since well before man. So I'm just saying, don't think that they're not out there, and don't think that people won't be laughing because when I mention lizard people, I like to say lizard people, it just sound better to me. The reptilian agenda, because I really don't know what their agenda is, but I do know one thing: they running the world now. Somehow or another, they got the power, and they don't promise these people that's in power things that they would do, and they run the world, and they happy living underground in all these places. See, that's really what I think all this stuff was being fought for over in Vietnam and over in Afghanistan. A lot of that stuff is because they got all them caves. They got mysterious caves over there. You can't just go down them caves. You get lost down them caves. You get these caves. We got caves here in America, but they don't really do nothing with these caves here. But when you get closer to them caves toward Alaska and up in Washington State, they got some stuff going on up there. Like a lot of people say they got Bigfoots guarding those caves. I don't know. I never seen a Bigfoot. Matter of fact, I never seen a flying saucer, but I do believe in them. Let's see. LA Purpose, a Chinese lizard empire. What have I joined? You joined? You fell out. You fell in the rabbit hole. We going down the rabbit hole. They said we talk about deja vu happens all the time. It does. It does. I had deja vu the other day, and I was sitting there and I was trying to talk to my spouse. See, my wife, she act like she listens to me, but she shakes her head. And I was telling her, I say, I think I've been given several other chances because sometimes I think that I had like 5 other chances to make things right, and this is the best life that I came up with. I mean, I don't know, because I done did some things, been someplace, and I feel like, man, I done did this before. And you never know. But like I say, we all connected to this other parallel world. And that's what's going to get me. And I've been trying to figure more out about this parallel dimensions and parallel world, but there's not a lot of information out there. All the information I get is the same, and they don't know. All I get is the same information. And I think they just trying to keep it away from us because, guys like Stephen Hawking and Neil deGrasse Tyson, they would tell you that parallel worlds don't follow no specific agenda. See, but when everybody else is talking about it, it does, but it doesn't. I remember I once seen a movie called The One with Jet Li. And what he had to do in that movie in order to be the one with all the power, he had to go through these parallel universes and parallel Earths or whatever and kill off himself. Jet Li would go to another Jet Li galaxy or universe or parallel and kill off himself, and he gets stronger. Matter of fact, they all get a little bit stronger because the one in that universe died and all the other ones get stronger. And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. But I like Jet Li. It was a good movie. But anyway, that could be happening too. So I don't know. Hey, Josh, how you doing? He said, I agree with you on deja vu. Yeah, deja vu is something else. I mean, really. I mean, a lot of you might experience deja vu tomorrow because you never know. All of a sudden, you can just be there and say, I did this before. And sometimes I sit up in there and I watch something and I watch TV and I say, I've done this before. I watched this before. I did the exact same thing before, but I don't say nothing about it. I just say, I'm gonna see how it plays out this time. Because we could be, like I said, we could be in the Matrix. And if we're in the Matrix, and I pray we're not in the Matrix. Oh man, hey Shaky, how you doing? I'm so glad to hear you. hear from you, man. I was thinking about you the other day. I seen some stuff about some stuff that happened down in West Virginia, and I was thinking about you. And I'm hoping you're doing good. What in the world are we going on up here tonight? We're going down the rabbit hole. We're gonna go down the rabbit hole until we come up with a lizard man. Cause they underground. And so we're gonna follow the rabbit. Like Alice did when she fell down the hole and she drank that portion and she started following the rabbit because he was late to a tea party. We going to a tea party. And like I say, we just gonna follow and see where we end up. You know. So anyway, what we got? Yeah. So anyway, well, we might end up with dragons, serpents, any unnatural thing. That's why I would call them, alien influences. Because I do believe that the reason we're getting so much UFO activity here, I ain't gonna say phenomenon, because if something happening all the time, it's not a phenomenon. And that what gets me. They try to convince people because we're being brainwashed by AI. We've been brainwashed all the time. I mean, some of us don't even know what's real and what's not real until we see it on the news where the media tell us. Just like when they released that report about the aliens, I was so mad and I was so disappointed because they didn't say nothing. And then they say, there it is. Thank you. We don't want to hear nothing else about it. Bye. And that's what they did. It's like we don't really count. Like what we see and what we hear is not the truth. Um, the media is controlled by the reptilian agenda. And you can thank Ted Turner for that, for selling all that media stuff to them so they can get all that stuff. How you doing, Frontier Survivor? I didn't forget you. Let's see. You are right about those caves. Have you heard about the Bigfoots they encountered in Afghanistan? Yes, I did. Because the Bigfoots were created by the lizard people because they got the technology to do mind control and fool with other animals' DNA. What they did was they took the biggest bear they could find, which is the polar bear, mixed it in with the viciousness of a grizzly bear, gave it some human DNA so it won't be stupid. Not to say we smart. I mean, people are stupid. A lot of us are. But I'm just saying, and then what can you get? I mean, how many of us gonna go up against a bear? I mean, we run. They tell you to play dead. But I'm saying that's what I believe that they did with the Bigfoot. I do believe that that's how they came up with that Bigfoot. I want the mushrooms from this trip. I don't mess with the mushrooms. You might wake up somewhere. How'd they get here? What I'm doing? Where are my clothes? You never know. Jenna shows there was an article I read about people who work for the Pentagon. They have been in place buildings they have never been in. One of the interviewees was abducted, reported extremely cruelty. Wow, Pentagon. But you know what? I don't believe too much that comes out of the Pentagon, because a lot of those people they throw misleading information. Where you're supposed to go right, they tell you, well, if you go left, you can go up a mile and turn right. When you can turn right there and be at your destination, they have you all floating around. Just like a lot of people think that aliens was at Area 51. Ain't nothing there. Ain't nothing there but some few knick to knack experiments going on. The aliens in Dayton, they in Ohio. The aliens, when that thing crashed, they took those aliens to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and then they got the best college professor minds to work on that thing right down there in Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton. And that's where those aliens were. And now I don't know where they at now. They might be someplace else, but I don't know. Maybe they like when we have missing people, we send out search parties for them. Maybe that's what these aliens are out here flying around trying to figure out. And then we had the reptilian agenda, the reptilians helping us with this stuff. Like they say, we got like 3 or 4 species here on Earth directing our progress. Because now we are a threat. We're a threat to the galaxy because we have nuclear weapons. And now we have quantum weapons now. We have stuff that they don't even know what to do with. Let's see. Let's see. Bigfoot is real and a bad energy be around. Let's see. Sound familiar? A little friend at the helm. Yeah. No, urban grandpa. They are Nephilims. You think so? Yeah, but Nephilims was human. They were just ain't mixed with I'm not even gonna say angels because once they fell, they became demons. Well, they Nephilims are bigger. They were bigger than Bigfoot. Bigfoot only about what's 12 feet. Nephilims got to be up to 26 feet tall. Nephilims were big. Believe me, Nephilims were big, tall. And that's why, they had to be destroyed by whoever destroyed them. I didn't destroy them. I don't know. I hate to fight one of them, if I had to. Let's see, my mother's second husband was from Afghanistan, and his sister was attacked by a Bigfoot while hoarding livestock and damn near killed her. Yeah. Bork. The aliens are watching it. Yeah, but like I say, yeah, Afghanistan got those caves, and everybody always fooling around over there. From it started with the English going over there fooling around in Afghanistan, and they got us involved in that stuff. But we went over there for a specific reason, and they had us stay for the next 20 years. But that's a whole nother story. And the same thing with Vietnam. I didn't know Vietnam had that many caves. I mean, wow, they got mysterious caves all over there. People think they were backwood people. No, you should see some of them temples they got. They do. They got a lot of temples. Hey, Life Magic Journey, how you doing? Yeah, she say, I've been researching Bigfoot for about 40 years now, and I have seen two of them. One was 15 to 20 feet away from me. Man, but yeah, you might have. But see, you out there, you down in West Virginia where they things in the woods, but y'all got that the Mothman too, and then y'all got pretty close to the Jersey Devil. See, there's a lot of legends out here. See, people don't believe there's always some kind of truth behind every legend. It is. There's always some kind of truth behind every legend, and the reality of it is that nobody ever believes it. I ain't talking about Candyman, that they made up in the TV show or the Tooth Fairy or any of that stuff, because I used to put the money up under my daughter's pillow when she lost her teeth, when she was younger, both of them. Let's see, Shaky, I'm 99% sure I won. I saw one duck behind a tree in Washington. I don't think I would have surprised it, but I sprinted through the forest relatively quickly for a human because I was young. You should have rode your motorcycle. Yeah, if it's working, you should have rode that motorcycle right past them because they can get you. They will get you because they say those things can run up to like 80 miles an hour, if not faster. I remember once I seen a TV show. I think it was the $6 Million Man, the $6 Million Woman. They was fighting a Bigfoot. Yeah, but Bigfoots are I would say minions of the reptilians and the aliens that taking over out there. Besides, we're gonna find out because right now we in the middle of what they call everybody wanted to hear the reset. We just in the third age of man. See, things are changing. Things are changing quickly. Somebody asked me on one of my videos and asked me a question about the UBI. When did I think it's gonna come? I'm gonna say within the next 10 years. And that's gonna change everything. Because see, nobody wants to work anymore. It's funny. They are nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to get paid, but nobody wants to work. So that's gonna open up the door for the next generation of AI. And these guys out there, boy, if I was working for one of them tech companies or I had the money like Elon Musk, I'd be making robots left and right to take everybody else's job. Like they working to take your job with these automotive cars that you got. They got cars that drive themselves. You see the commercial, parallel parking. Then they got the trucks on the road already. Matter of fact, I think it's Lyft. Is it Lyft or Uber? One of them is going in 2024 to the driverless cars. It's gonna be like what's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where you had to go get to Mars, and he went up there and had the Johnny Cab that was driving no people. we coming to that point, and it's right around the corner because all this technology is out there. It is not being used, but it will be being used as soon as they figure out a way to make the people happy. Because really, right now, they just tested us. They don't really care about the people. These people that's in power now, these 40, 50-year politicians that's in power now, it's all about seeing how much they can steal. It's corporate America. Corporate America is controlling everything that we do, everything that we think, and everything that we see. Well, I mean, it's not, yeah, total recall. Thank you. It's not nothing that we done wrong. It's just that it's all about the money. And then they found out right now when they did this little. Let me tell you something. They throw things out every now and then. They see if it's gonna work. Now I mean they wanted to see when Wall Street collapsed and they threw them junk bonds out there. Remember them junk bonds? Well, no, they had no value. They had no value. People say, well, buy this, buy that, buy this. They had no value. They had nothing backing up. They were junk. But people was buying them, saying it was this, that, and the other. And people was buying them. And Wall Street was going boom, boom, boom. And then the next thing you know, people got wised up. Maybe they took the mind control device off our heads and say, why are we buying this? Same thing they do with the Beanie Babies. Every now and then they test us. Beanie Babies are nice, but I ain't gonna buy no $1,000 Beanie Baby. But people were doing it. People were buying this stuff like it was worth something. It was a Beanie Baby. You can make one if you got a little talent. But that's what they do. They control us and they make sure that we buy what they tell us to be. They tell us it's got a value to it. Just like the mighty dollar. You know, they say it got a value to it. Okay, that's what we use. But now they're coming up with Bitcoin and all this other digital currency. They say it got a value to it. But when I grew up, when I was coming up in the 60s, they didn't have it. It was on the gold standard. You know, and everybody knew what the gold standard was. If you got the gold, you got the money behind the gold, but not anymore. You know, I remember at one time, they took everybody's gold away from them. I remember that. I was young. My father used to talk about how they took everybody's gold and stuff like that. And he used to say they're going to come and get his gold too. But that's a whole nother story. He was joking. I hope he was joking. Let's see, Bigfoots are real. Our government has been hiding them from us. Yeah. But you know what? You know what? I don't dismiss Bigfoot. You didn't hear me say I dismiss Bigfoot. I do believe Bigfoot is it. See, a lot of people got to have open minds. A lot of people got to have an open mind. If you believe in God, if you believe in the devil, you can believe in aliens, you can believe in reptilians, you can believe in Bigfoot, because a lot of that you never seen before. You know, and what get me is these people that always say, I don't believe in none of that. Closed-minded people, because they don't want you to believe in none of that. See, I believe in a lot of things. I believe in demonic invasion. I believe in the Illuminati. I believe in the Bilderberg Group. I believe in ESP, life after death, not reincarnation. I don't believe in reincarnation. I believe that once your body is gone, you ain't coming back in that body. You're going to be life after death, but your mind going to be somewhere else or doing whatever it is. But like I say, reincarnation, some people say they've been reincarnated. I don't know. You know, in the Hindu faith, you know, in India, they believe in reincarnation. They believe that if you lived a good life, you can come back as a good person. But if you didn't live a good life, you can come back as a roach, or a rat, or something. You never know. They say, Grandpa, have this jersey right here? No, actually, this is a Braylon Edwards jersey. You know, I tried to scrape the name off the back, but so people could think it's a Bernie Kosar jersey. You know, the Browns played today, and I took my Browns hat off, but I usually watch my Browns. I have my jersey on. I be dressed to the T, watching the game. Let's see. They want to tax corporate America. Who do you think pays those taxes? We do. Yeah, they're gonna put it off to the consumer. Just like this new $3.5 trillion bill, it's already paid for. The bill is already paid for, but they trying to the Democrats that's in there. I think it's the moderate Democrats. The moderate Democrats in there are trying to figure out how they're gonna steal more money. Those are the ones that's got big corporation in their pocket. They're trying to figure out how they're gonna steal more. They haven't figured it out yet. That's all that's about. You can do it like they did they just signed a bill for the military, 768 billion dollar bill for the military to help them with giving them raises, help them with their medical issues and all that stuff, which I fully agree with. And I'm glad they passed that bill on. But that's what I'm saying. How come you got to throw all this other stuff into one bill? Just break it up into little smaller bills and pay for the stuff that needs to be paid for. And then the stuff that you can't agree on, then go ahead and fix that and work that out. But they don't want to do that because then it's too much like being right. They want to hold up everything to make everybody else suffer for their stupidity. And then they're going to get it all done. They threw two bills in one trying to do it like that. I don't know about our leadership. I think they just dummies. And I said it. You cut me off if you want to. Our political system is all right, but we got to stop hiring dummies to run it. Let's see. So true. We believe in a lot of things we never actually see. Lack of evidence is not a lack of not an evidence is of a lack. Yeah, it past my bedtime. Okay, hey, can you go ahead? I know I started this late. I said I was gonna do it late, and I'm gonna stay up until I get finished or until everybody else falls asleep because I go live at 2:30 in the 2 o'clock in the p.m. I don't be up this late, but I know I got a lot of people that watch me on the East Coast and in Philippines. Yeah, not on the East Coast, but the West Coast and in the Philippines. The West Coast is 3 hours later, in the Philippines is 12 hours later. So, I know they haven't heard from me in a while live. Let's see. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. You're right. That's that same thing I was saying. Because have you ever walked through your house or walked through any place, and all of a sudden you thought you seen something out of your side of your eye? I mean, all of a sudden you started seeing something, and you turn real quick, and there's nothing there. You see, that doesn't mean that something wasn't there. That means that your brain couldn't process what it was seeing. That's all that is. That could have been, like I say, a parallel world or something we had got a glimpse of because the stuff out there we just can't figure out because we don't use all our brains. And if we did, I don't know what would be happening if we could use all our brains. Would we all be Einsteins? Maybe. You really old school if you have a Jim Brown jersey. I got a Max Speedy jersey. It's in the frame. He signed it before he died. He died a couple of years ago. But I got a Max Speedy jersey. It's in the big frame, number 56, and I got that. But I do got a Bernie Kosar jersey, but I only wear that when I go over other people's houses. Right, like I say, this is a Braylon Edwards jersey, number 17. I do have a 19 Bernie Kosar jersey, and like I say, I do have the Max Speedy jersey. It's on the wall in my dog pound down in the basement. Maybe I take y'all on a tour when I clean it up. I got stuff down there, even snacking stuff. But anyway, what about that $3.5 trillion bill? I mean, they're supposed to have some kind of mock vote on it tomorrow. What they've been doing now, they've been breaking up into smaller committees of 20 or 30 people, 20 to 30, maybe 40 people, and they test them how they're gonna vote. Like they had one the other day, because it's the Democrats that's fooling this thing around. They had the progressives voted 20 to 17 over the moderates. You see what I'm saying? And then they had another one switched the other day. So they're bouncing back and forth, because they don't know what they're doing. It's gonna be a done deal, but I wouldn't expect it to get done anytime soon. Maybe around October. What is it, September? Maybe around the 1st of October. Maybe if they don't go on vacation again. So I don't know. I like I said, I'm fed up with them, and I don't even worry about them. Makeup mama and son. Hi. It's your boy. Everyone keeps talking about food shortages. How bad do you think it's gonna get? when it happens. It's already happening. It's getting bad every day. All they need is just one little thing to set everything off. I mean, if the truckers stop working or something happened to the supply line, it's going to be bad. I mean, right now, things you can go there and you can not get stuff. I mean, some stuff is never going to be on the shelf. It's just like the toilet paper thing. Matter of fact, Costco last week told people right now they have a limit on the amount of toilet paper and hand sanitizer and Clorox that they can buy. It's at Costco. Yeah, last week because they don't want to run on it like they had before. And a matter of fact, what's these Costco and a few other places decided that they're going to hire ships to bring their stuff in from overseas, private ships, because they can't wait on the big ships because the big ships are holding up the supply line. But the problem is, once you get them imported in dock, you got nobody there to unload them. We don't have the people working at the docks like they were before to unload them. So, like I say, but yeah, they're going to get their own stuff. You know, they're going to pick it up, have people pick it up for because Christmas is right around the corner. And if you're in the United States, you know how a big deal Christmas is. They don't play around Christmas time. You know, they're gonna have their stuff in by what that Black Friday or whatever, so they can sell that stuff online. So these people are already going to get their own supply because supply is short. I mean, the supplies are in short some demand right now. I mean, they want a demand, but we just don't have the supplies. It's all backed up, you know, especially if it's coming in from China. You know, and it's true. They got some stuff, and then they got other stuff you can't get. And as far as food goes, we got 5 major food processing plants here. If one of them shut down because of a virus or something again, we'd really be in trouble. Just like the gasoline pipeline shut down. We at the mercy and the will of a few corporations. We can't make a move. If one of them corporation pipeline break down, gas prices gonna go up through the roof. It's already high, twice as high as it was last year. Last year, I think it was like $1.89, $1.99. I think it's some places almost $3.88, $3.90 already. Let's see. Conscious Grotto. What about those Browns? Let's go. Hey, the Browns gonna be all right. They might win. They might win 13 games. I'm not gonna put it in right because they play 19 now. So maybe we got that defense play that get played today. No, they could do that. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yes. The older I get, the more happens. Sometimes I just ignore the glimpses, the images you see when you call. Yeah, like I say, it happens to me all the time. You know, I can be right here at the computer, and all of a sudden I catch a glimpse out of my eye, and I look over there, and I say, "What was that?" But that, you know, like I say, I get deja vu too. Maybe my mind is expanding, and I don't know. But like I say, I'm older. I'm older, so things could happen. People think I'm crazy, but that's okay. But like I say, I have a lot on my mind, and the things be happening out here that we don't know about. And guys like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all these other people, they plan on doing stuff to us. You know, they buying up all the land, and when everything go bad, see, the problem is nobody really knows. Nobody really knows what's gonna happen when things go bad, when we have a collapse. I mean, we're gonna pray to God that our government can step in and help us. Okay. But I mean, I'm seriously, we pray that they come in and help us. But I don't think they can because this is a big country. We have a lot of people here. And our military is spread out all over the world. You know what I mean? I mean, our military is spread out all over the world, and it's like they here, and they might not be able to get here if the cyber attack happened or EMP happened, and they can't travel. They'd be stranded and stuck wherever they're at. And what we have here is what we have here. You see what I'm saying? So, and then we might not even be able to get to the government. You know, they might have a plan, but the plan might not work because they can't get the people to do whatever they need to be doing. You know, just like they were still working on that stuff that happened with that hurricane that came through the Gulf up there, Louisiana and parts of Mississippi and Texas. Yeah, I heard that the price tag on that was going to be $31 billion. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, they good for the money. They throw money at it. That's what their job is. Because what they need to do, and I said this before, they need to have crews, thousands of people, set up carpenters and electricians and all them people where they can just like a military. Train them at a base. Get all these places out here. You know, they got all these empty places where they used to have like job corps and stuff. Train them people. As soon as an emergency happens, just like they do when the emergency happened, all these people that work for the electric companies, like we have people here. We'll send about 15, 20 trucks down there to help them get their electricity on. Everybody do. Some people from other cities do it too. How come we can't have that when we got people? Some people, they need places. They don't need cash. Because a lot of people, they can never go home. Their home is gone. They can never go back. But that's another story. Let me try to catch up over here. Bigfoot use their brains. They part human. Your boy trucker shut down. We getting back. Yeah, truckers are the backbone. They've always been the backbone. Hello, everybody. Klingon Princess is in the house. Klingon Princess in the house. Conscientious Brewer Garden is in the house. Let's see. Janet Shows is in the house. I looked up the group that had the article about the ESP people and got abducted. It was Collective Evolution. Now moving to the pause. They got abducted. ESP. It's 8:30 in Alaska. 8:30. Wow. But Alaska Prepper still up. AP. Let's see. Affordable real. That's what we fight. Prep and get off the grid. Let them win isn't an option. No, we can't. We can't let them win. That's why we prepare. That's why I prep. I mean, I made prepper videos. I put stuff out telling people what they need to get. I ain't gonna tell them what they need to do, but I'm gonna tell them what they need to get because a lot of people live in different situations. Like I say, some people live in bigger cities than I do, like in New York and stuff, and they can't have all the stuff that I have because they live in apartments. Because how New York City is. It's kind of massive. What is it now? 8 million people in New York? Yeah, that's a lot of people. See, I live in a city only got with 370,000 people now. We lost another 200,000 people, 20,000 people. Yeah, but I'm just saying, let's see, we should make the sales. We should make and sell things here, make things, but our food and disaster prep for gifts. We need to wean off that stuff from China. It is all landfill and polluting. You're right. See, I grew up on Made in America. I did. Then all of a sudden, we started bringing stuff in from China. And what we meant with China was Taiwan. It was made in Taiwan, but it was made in China. I'm going to tell you who started this stuff. Radio Shack. Radio Shack used to bring in all that stuff from China. It looked good. Everything looked nice. It worked good for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then they throw it away. It was garbage. It was made in China, made in Taiwan. I remember that. Came in. Radio Shack did that. Your grandson found an old cheese he saw at the top of his head. Cute. I like Jesus. I got 4 boxes left. I need some more. Are the weather people predicting a lot of snow in the Ohio Valley? No, they're not predicting a lot of snow. What they're predicting is wet. A lot of wetness. So what we're gonna get up here is probably freezing rain, which is the worst thing we can get. Because freezing rain is nothing but ice. So they're predicting a lot of ice storms. And that ice get on the roads. You can't drive on ice. You can't walk on ice. You slid and crash. Or your wires get the wires on the utility poles get full of ice, and the wires start to hang down from the weight of the ice, and power goes out. I'd rather have that snow than ice. At least you'll be able to do things. Let's say clean up Princess. I'm not in 8K, but used to live there. Uh, this is it, Grandpa, out of here. What was you thinking? I needed a blue wrench and didn't see any tonight. You know what? I only got most of my moderators are probably asleep. I got like five. You got five moderators. Yeah, I gotta I gotta get some more. Maybe I'll wake up in the morning and see blue ranches by you. Are the weather people predicting like snow? Let's see. So we got earthquakes and volcano eruptions around us, like we live in revolution times, and even starting to fire people for not getting the jab. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's gonna happen because see, we in SHTL. You know, we like 70, 75%. We've been holding steady. We just waiting for that one more tick to move us up. That's when they start destroying all the meat because I see where they're destroying some pork, some more pigs because they got the swine flu. But they're gonna destroy all that. We're gonna be eating that stuff that they're gonna give us and stuff like that. The guy already said in 5 years he gonna have everybody eating that crap, but that's okay. And like I said, it's not too much we can do about it except prepare yourselves. All right, because like I say, they frying people. They saying it's not enough people going to work. It's not enough people out here working. They saying there's not enough people out here. They say they got the jobs, blah 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 blah, and yet they threaten to fire people. You know, I used to work at a job before I would work at the post office. I worked at a little retail job when I was at school, and they used to tell people, if you don't come to work, I'm gonna fire you. They're not coming to work at all. Fire them then. I mean, you can't threaten them to fire them because they're not coming to work. It's not gonna make them come to work. You know. And then, like I say, we have no control over it. And like I say, AI is gonna be the main thing to push us over the edge. I'm serious because see, right now, like a lot of the stuff that goes on YouTube, they have the AI watching me and watching a lot of other channels. You know what happened to Ice Age Farmer? You know he left YouTube and he went independent. He left there because AI started to fool with him, and a lot of other channels are beginning to leave. They're not only because they want to go to Patreon and them other places because of the things that they be getting from YouTube, but there's a lot of stuff that AI is doing to people. You ever see that movie with Will Smith and Shia LaBeouf, uh, I Robot? Now that happened in 2035. What we are in now, we in 2021. In 14 years from now, they have robots in every house, in every place. They got all these robots, and that's what we coming to. Because let's face it, future is not ours. We're dinosaurs. You know, they might have pictures of us in a museum saying this is what the human race used to look like, because we're gonna be gone. You know, we're gonna be living on Mars. Thank you, Elon Musk. But we ain't gonna be here. Yeah, the job is prosecutors for the mark of the beast, kind of like the test before the final precursor. Hey, just exploring every path is in the house. Skynet is coming. Skynet is coming. Skynet is already here. It haven't gone fully auto. I mean, you know, those of you who don't know what Skynet is, that's from the Terminator. You know, because our military is almost all automatic. You know, the computer can do whatever it want to do once they hit that button and let the computer do all the work. We got everything right now. We got all these drones flying around up there. We got thousands of drones in the sky. I didn't even know. They just all over 24/7, just like we used to have back when I was coming up. We used to have strategic air command, and they used to fly 24/7 over the United States to protect our country 24/7. Strategic Air Command. And now they got drones doing it. Skies are full of drones. And all it takes is one fool or one rogue AI program to take those drones and start sending places and do things, getting us into wars that we don't need to be into. We got enough problem with with France and England, who always getting us in the wars, and France is not our friend. You see how mad they got when we sold submarines to Australia? I tell you, after all that stuff we did for them, after we bailed them out of Vietnam, see, we wasn't supposed to be fighting in Vietnam. We got involved in Vietnam because of the French. The French asked us to help them out, and we got stuck. They took off and left after they got their butt whooped and left us there. We can't do that. We got to take care of our own. We getting involved in too much stuff. Ray, I'm off the bed. See you later, Tony. Yeah, stay safe and keep your eyes wide open. Yeah, I will. Unless all of a sudden I get hit by a drone. If you read the paper tomorrow that my house blew up, the drone got me. The missile strike. Let's see, I was like, Will Smith and Enemy of the State. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, they had a film of the guy getting murdered. Yeah, Will Smith. Yeah. But in our robot, he was a police officer. He had like a artificial arm, and the robots were taking over. I mean, they captured all the police and everything. Our Robot, it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. If you get a chance to watch that, watch the iRobot. Like I said, watch the Utopia series if you get a chance. It is an eye opener. And watch The Stand. It's an eye opener. The original Stand. I haven't seen the new Stand. I can't tell you about that. But like I say, a lot of stuff is happening. See, we're not insane. At least I don't think I'm insane. Just because I have deja vu, sometimes I see stuff out the side of my eye. I mean, I think everybody does. I'm not crazy. At least I'm not hearing voices. You know what? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't no voices. Let's see. I like Will Smith movies. After Earth is a good one. Animals going to hunt for people. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. See, like me, the guy had posted something. Aaron O'Legal. You might hear me mention him a couple of other times. Aaron, because he got a prepper group, on Facebook, and I'm part of his prepper group, and they had a thing. What would you rather deal with? The Walking Dead zombies. I think it was the vampires from what was that? Van Helsing. It was some kind of volcano eruption and the earth got devastated and radiation everywhere. It was like all of that. It was a whole bunch of disaster scenarios. And of course, everybody gonna say, I'd rather deal with the Walking Dead zombies. You know what I mean? At least I have an equal chance to get away from them if I had to run, because they don't want to deal with those Van Helsing vampires. I've seen the series a little bit, but I'm just saying, we all rather do something like that. I Am Legend is good too. GMOVX cancer. Yeah. I Am Legend. They're supposed to come without a part 2. I hated when the dog got killed. Man, I love that dog. That big old German Shepherd he had. It was smart. Wouldn't listen though. He told him we're going there. Hey, Hefty Lefty, how you doing? Yeah, everything's going well. He tried to warn us. If you're insane, so am I. Yeah, Brainy Barbie, how you doing? No World War Z zombies, they're too fast. Yeah, most of the other zombies are always too fast. Like the zombies from what's that, Z Nation, and what's that, Zombieland zombies? They all too fast. The last time I watched Zombieland zombies, they had some kind of crazy zombies that was almost indestructible. Yeah, but yeah, we just want the slow Walking Dead zombie. Yes, I did watch The Walking Dead tonight, and I watched The Talking Dead too. Yes, I think they got 2 episodes left. Yeah, I watch The Walking Dead all the time. That's my show. And now I watch the other 2, Walking Dead shows too. Me too. Jeeps. Driving missed your interest. Yeah. But like I say, I just wanted to go down a rabbit hole. Everybody started thinking, because we are being manipulated, brainwashed. People are not the same. People are not the same. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm older. Maybe I've changed and see things differently. But I started noticing this back 20, 25 years ago. When I started delivering mail on the street, meeting a lot of people, meeting a lot of faces and stuff like that, and I started noticing the change in people, personalities, and attitudes. And I was just wondering what was the cause of it. And then I started looking into it, and I happened to fall down a rabbit hole, and here we are. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. And then a lot of people don't know that the reason they have a lot of issues down in Mexico, they got caves like they got in Afghanistan and the Middle East and in the Mediterranean, those kind of caves where those lizards the reptilians can live. They got them down in Baja, California, and they got them in Mexico, especially in Mexico because they done said some things down in Mexico that I don't even know. They got flying men down in Mexico. I don't know what that's all about, but they say they got them, so I'll just leave it at that because we got Skinwalker Ranch here, but that's another story. But we ain't got no flying men. At least I haven't seen none on the show. But like I say, we controlled by a secret. Well, this country is controlled by a secret organization. You know, they call it the New World Order or whatever because a lot of politicians they let stuff slip out all the time. Obama let it slip. Bush let it slip. You know what I mean? And a lot of them let it slip out. And what we gonna do? I mean, we the average Joes. I mean, we're not gonna do anything wrong. We're not gonna go up there and get ourselves put on a spot or get thrown in prison because that's what they want us to do. It's like what was that movie with Roddy Piper when he was wearing those glasses? They Live, and he take the glasses off. Everything was fine, but he put those glasses on. He could see all the truth and all that stuff that was out there. You obey and do this and do that. And, that's probably what they doing with these new towers they building when they putting out with 5, 6, 7, 8 G's or whatever them things are. Yeah, the rabbit hole just keep getting deeper and deeper. It's just quite amazing. You're right. We are getting deep, very deep into the rabbit hole. Because I tell you one thing, and it's somebody in Hollywood that knows all this stuff, and they keep putting these movies out, and they keep letting us get a glimpse or whatever just to test the pulse, to see what we think, see if we gonna bite, and that's what's going on, basically. I mean, it's just like I said, back in the day, we used to have werewolves and vampires, Frankenstein. Now we got zombies. Everything's about zombies. The Bible said the dead will come back and walk the earth, when hell is full, when it's judgment day. So I'm like, okay. So we get to that point because over in China, see, a lot of people don't understand. China been around a long time and they got some technology. Japan make the best robots, but China steals the best robots. They steal everybody else's technology. They do. They steal everybody's technology. And China got some stuff over there we don't know about right now as far as robots go, and they're going to come and use that on us, and we're going to find out what really happening, And then I want to mention this one more time because we just had a big hiring here in Cleveland for police. I mean, it took them so long to get the minimum amount of police they wanted to have for the academy because nobody wants to be police anymore. And everybody talking about we don't have enough police, but everybody was screaming back here, a couple of months ago, defund the police. And then now they crying when somebody did something. We got so much stuff going on. Where's the police? Fool, you said defund them. And now you worried about them. It's just crazy. I told people don't be buying into that hype. You need the police because you need protection unless you're going to protect yourself, unless you want to go back to the time of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday and everybody was carrying a gun, which I do, but that's a whole other story. Yep, but it's all part of corporate America plan. They want to incite riots and cause destruction to property so the value of the properties can go down so they can buy the land cheap. Because we're gonna go back when everything collapse and fall, and we're gonna go back to the time of feudalism. We're gonna have these big old land barons because ain't nobody gonna own anything, ain't nobody gonna have anything. Nobody be able to afford anything. We gonna be put under the control of the government. Matter of fact, we might end up with a king. Or worse yet, a bunch of land baron dukes out there that taking everything and the country totally collapsed. And that, you know what? And I hope it don't happen in my lifetime, because I don't know how we will survive if we ended up with a totally split up country and bits and pieces are all over the place. You know, we got 5, 6 states together here, 7, 8, 9 states there, 10, 12 states here, another 7 down there, and they all claiming sovereignty. You know, it's no more United States of America. It's now just America with a bunch of different states with a bunch of different names and titles now. And that's happened. That happened to Russia. What do you think it ain't no longer the USSR? It's just plain Russia now, because that happened to them when we told them to take down that wall, and they behind a lot of the stuff, and they want us to be like them instead of being the United States of America, just being America. It is crazy. I mean, I can't prove it, but I bet they are doing it. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, you know, there's a lot of things we don't understand. A lot of things happening out here. I mean, we got the aliens that nobody want to believe that's out there. They destroyed the report. They just butchered it. You know, they did. I mean, we got thousands and thousands of sightings and everything. They just gonna take a handful of couple of hundred and say this is what we got. I mean, but the thousands of them been going on for years. I mean, long as time been around, it's been UFOs. I mean, since written time, they in paintings and stuff like that, but yet they downplayed it and nothing you can do. Free Guy movie. Yep, they did that with the TV show Revolution. That's why it was so brief. Yeah, I like Revolution. It was brief. It didn't even end right. Never did end right. Yeah, they cut the power. Yeah, never did end right. Yeah. But there is more truth to all these sci-fi movies than people realize. They call me a conspiracy guest. I am. Yeah, we all are. We all are. Because see, a lot of people, they're afraid that if they watch and listen to what I say, that they would be considered crazy or a conspiracy theorist. I mean, there's a little theory in there. I mean, it ain't no conspiracy in it. You know what I mean? You know, that's why I say they will probably take this video down. You guys might be the only ones to see this video, because it's gonna probably be either it's gonna get tagged, which it don't bother me because they tagging all my videos pretty much. But I mean, it's gonna probably be taken down. Like I say, we got the technology. You know, we got machines that control the weather that people don't believe that's out there. We've been having those machines for years that control the weather, the heart machine. But yet they don't want nobody know, you know, because they making money on it. And I'll tell you another thing. We do have stargates. Like I said, they got one portal that's in the moon. That's why I say the moon is something that don't. I mean, if you up in space, you just can't sit there unless you stabilize. I mean, it's just there. It's not spinning. It's not doing nothing. It orbit around the Earth. We just sit to one side. One side. That's all you ever see, because that's the way it is, and it's perfect lined up with the sun. And nothing could come there be that perfect that can control our weather like the moon. The moon controls the tides, the weather, and all that stuff. And it's just, you know, like I told people, it was brought here by aliens. It's like a Death Star, except it's not supposed to kill us. Yeah, the moon. Every time they turn that thing on, and they want to use the Stargate or whatever it is, they open up something in the Bermuda Triangle. There you go. But everything gonna come to pass pretty soon. We gonna recognize that China and Russia also know about this stuff that's happening on the moon, and that they're gonna be up there too. I mean, they already up there. Especially China's already on Mars. Ain't that something? China's on Mars. They got a rover on Mars like we got one. So that should tell you something. And then a lot of people say, well, we can't have aliens because aliens can't breathe Earth oxygen. That's okay. We going to Mars. We can't breathe Mars oxygen because Mars don't have an oxygen. See, everything that's out here, like in these other planets and stuff like that, they might be breathing hydrogen because life adjusts to what they live in. Perfect example is an alligator. Alligator lives in water, goes underwater, breathes in water just like a whale. Even the whale can breathe air out of the water. See what I'm saying? They have special lungs and stuff that can do that. That's why the lizard people can breathe something when they go into space because it's just like an ant. They got an exoskeleton. Like we go up there, we get crushed by the pressure. These things won't get crushed by the pressure because they got that extra hard skin on the outside of their bodies. And that's why a lot of people don't understand that the lizard people, they've been space traveling for years. For years, years, and years. And they've already met these other places. They've probably been helping them out. And we just in like a giant petri bowl here on Earth, just being tested. Every time I turn around, we probably being tested with stuff. They probably running some kind of experiments on a lot of people and stuff like that, trying to find out what makes us tick. Because we have something that they don't probably have, and that's a soul. They say animals have souls. I don't know. I know James Brown has soul, but that's a whole different type of soul. But yeah, we got soul. I wish I had met somebody that passed over to the other side and came back. I don't know anybody. I got sleep apnea, so sometimes my wife say I stop breathing at night when I don't have a machine on. Maybe I got connections with the other side. I don't know, but I would love to know what's on the other side. I mean, I think we all would probably want to know what's on the other side. The paranormal. Because maybe we ghosts is just another dimension. Maybe when people die, our bodies, our minds, not our bodies. This bodies, it ain't going nowhere. Our minds be transferred to another dimension, another parallel reality. Maybe. I don't really know. Let's see who we got. And roaches, they can live anywhere. Probably spies for the lizard people. You know what? They've been around since the age of the dinosaur. And they're gonna be here when we gone. They resilient. I don't even I don't know how they make it. And there's so many of them. I mean, really. You cut the lights on and they all scattered. Really, really, really. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, this guy said once he went over his friend's house to wake him up and meet him. He opened the door. He said he opened the door and he thought he was stepping on cereal when it was roaches. It was crunching. He said he seen one of them take a dive off a cereal box and some milk. Yeah, but it was just crazy. Like Joe's Apartment. You ever see that movie, Joe's Apartment? It was an old movie way back when, like Joe's Apartment. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but that's the way it is. Let's see what we have here. Oh, yeah. It's funny. When you start looking back and you start talking about legends and ancestors and all that stuff, they must have known something because they have stuff in some of these places and books that you read where they were doing magic. Magic, like David Copperfield and all them guys doing magic. And magic always fascinated me. But I mean, what is magic? Is it dark magic? Is it white magic? Is it black magic? I mean, you never know, but it fascinates me that they can do this stuff. And then what got me is these people that say that they can actually talk to the dead. See, that's fascinating because I don't know what they can talk about. I mean, it's just like Walking Dead. I don't want to sit down and talk about them. Like my grandson, he's 4 years old. He'll be 5 next year, and his favorite movie right now is Ghostbusters. He loves Ghostbusters. He be going around singing the song Ghostbusters. You see what I'm saying? That's how we learn stuff. And I mean, and it just fascinates me that he already into ghosts. You know, to me, when I was a kid, I was afraid of ghosts. And then I realized that ghosts can't hurt you. Poltergeists can hurt you, but ghosts can't hurt you. Ghosts are just stuck in between the planes, you know. If you seen that movie Ghost with what's his name? What was his name? Patrick Swayze? I think it was Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg. You know, yeah. See, ghosts are just trapped into another plane. They see that light and they go into another parallel reality, and that's what happens to us when we die. I guess we go to another parallel reality because they always say we moving on, which is good. I mean, at least I won't think I'm in the ground getting eaten by worms. What's that song? The worms crawl in, the worms come out in your stomach and out your mouth. Yeah, but like I say, it's just crazy. And then, like I say, the aliens, I think that's why they really interested in us to see why we have the ability for our souls to go on to another plane, another reality, you know, whether it's heaven or hell or limbo or wherever it might be. Yeah, cause like I said, I've never been there, so I don't know. I'm just saying, but the aliens, the reptilians, they want to find out why we can actually move on once we die. That's why I say I ain't too much hip to, you know, reincarnation because I don't want to be reincarnated. I want to go. I want to move on. I mean, you can come back as a bug or a rat or whatever, a monkey, a chimpanzee. I want to move on. He say Belinda with Demi Moore. Yeah, Demi Moore was the girl on the pot. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, that's all that is, and we just got to figure it out because, like I say, we in dire straits here. We are, and if we're not prepared, if you're not prepping, and not being ready, you're gonna be hurting. You're gonna be hurting because see, we're gonna have to deal with a lot of people. It's gonna be like, man, let me see. I can't even explain to you how it's gonna be, but it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad because see, I got a street behind me, a street across from me, and I know all them people ain't got nothing. I know they ain't prepared. They just got what they got for the week. You know what I mean? And they're not prepared, and they're gonna be looking at other people's houses, and they're gonna be knocking on other people's doors, or they just gonna kick in your door and try to take your stuff. It's gonna be like survival of the fittest, and that's what we got to deal with. So, like I say, if you're listening to me, make sure you get your stuff together because it's all gonna. I must say this: it's all gonna start in 2022, and Uncle Al can tell you that because things are gonna get rough. We got the food shortage now. See, right now we just hanging on. We hanging on. These stores are panicking because they at the anytime a big store like a Costco or a Target or something like that, and they started sending their own ships to pick up stuff because they worried about it getting here by November for Christmas. It's a problem. It's a problem. I never seen nothing like this in my life. I know the meat prices are going up. I know the gas prices is going up. I haven't bought any clothes in a long time, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be going up. So like I say, everything is going up, but nobody wants to work. And that's the killing part about it. Nobody wants to work. And I can't figure that out. We used to be, you go to work, you make a living, you buy your stuff, you got it made. Nowadays, people buying stuff, they ain't even working. I don't know where they're getting the money from or how they get the money from. And I know a lot of them probably getting unemployment checks. And I don't know how long that's going to last, but they just doing whatever. I read somewhere Amazon is buying ships in port space. Yeah, Amazon is one of the bigger people like that with Costco and Target. They send ships already. They already sent ships out there to pick up their stuff. They're not waiting for them big old cargo containers to bring their stuff in. They went to pick them up so they can get it back here before Black Friday, which is what, November or something? No, 22nd, 23rd, I don't remember. Get it back here so they can get it online and have it ready for selling. But who knows what's gonna happen because I figure a few of those ships might get hijacked because they got pirates out there, and then they might not be able to unload those ships because they don't have people working down there. That's when they're gonna have to bring them robots in there. They start unloading and loading ships because they got places where they teach them robots how to carry them boxes. It's just crazy. We got 394 million people here in America now. I think it's 394. It was 330. I don't know, but we got over 330 million people here, and a lot of them are not working. Used to be a lot of them didn't want to work, and now a lot of them can't work, and then the other ones that didn't want to work still ain't working. I don't understand it. I really don't know, and I don't even want to know how they get their money. It's just crazy. I know back in the day when a guy didn't want to work here, he was doing something illegal. Let's say, Ray, I went to get some wings this morning from the game, and the price was $20 for 1.5 pounds of wings. Shit, $20 for a pound and a half of wings. I hope you didn't pay for that. Wow, that's a lot of money. No, I would have got a whole chicken, a couple of whole chickens, and say, "Here, we're gonna eat this." Meat is quickly becoming a delicacy. Yes, it is. Real meat. Real meat is becoming a delicacy. You could have probably bought you some Impossible chicken nuggets and heated them up for nearly 90 shipping cargo ships off the West Coast. Yeah, because they can't get to the docks to unload them. See, our dock up here in Cleveland, we don't have that problem because we seasonal shipping. Ships come in here in the season and they unload it. We got right down next to the football stadium, the Cleveland Stevedores, right down there. I got to go to bed. It's getting very heavy. Have a great night and stay safe as well. All right, I'll see you later, Melinda. You be careful and you be safe. I'll probably see you I think when I go live Thursdays at 2. Yeah. If I don't post another video before then. Yeah, because like I said, it's only what 1:17 a.m. So I've been talking an hour and 17 minutes here. Yeah. So let's see. Be ready today, Brian. Reports similar about the chicken wings today. Yes, last year they had a problem with chicken. BW3, the big chicken wing place, BW3 and Panini's, they had a chicken wing shortage for the Super Bowl. I don't know if y'all remember that. For the Super Bowl, they had a chicken wing shortage. With all these chickens out here, you would think they have enough wings. But nope, they're going to have a shortage on everything. And a lot of people won't realize that when the winter comes and they find out how the bread price is going to go up through the roof because we didn't have a good wheat crop this year. The wheat crop took a hit. We going to be in trouble. And then, the coffee prices going to jump because Argentina and the places down there, Brazil and all that stuff, they had a lot of rain. A lot of rain washed a lot of that stuff away. They had mountain slides and stuff. So people that drink coffee, be ready. All this price gonna go up because right now you living on last year's supply. Soon as they get to this year's supply, it's gonna go up. And like I say, that's what I'm telling people. Soon as 2022 hit, there's gonna be so much stuff gonna happen. Prices gonna jump up. Through the roof. Let me put it to you this way. You remember cigarette? So I don't smoke. You remember how cigarette prices used to be? Like when I was a kid, when I was in junior high school, I tried to smoke a little bit. A pack of cigarettes was only 20 cents. 20 cents a pack. And then, I stopped smoking because it wasn't doing me no good. I was cool though. And everybody was bumming cigarettes from me. And I say, I can't afford this. But back then, 20 cents was a lot of money for a junior high school kid. It's a lot of grass to cut. So anyway, look at the prices of cigarettes now. Price of cigarettes is what, about $7.19 a pack? You see what I'm saying? $7.19 a pack with the same number of cigarettes. I remember my father used to buy cartons of cigarettes for $5. Just like the price of booze. Booze is gonna go up because booze is made from vegetables and wheat, and they had a bad harvest. and everything's gonna go up. Good morning, Ray in the chat. Hoot our hollers in the house. Okay. King 10 Cent in Cali. Was cigarettes with 10 cent back when you was a kid or 10 cent now? Oh, $10. That's $10. Sorry, $10 a pack. Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought it was 10 cent. $10 a pack, yes. I can believe that. Because if you want to get I'm just talking generic of $7.19. If you want to get like a pack of cools or something like that, it was over $8.99 or something like that here. Like I say. So I don't know. In New York, there are about 16 a pack. Wow. Man, they get you addicted and then they treat you like you're a crackhead with that. Man, that's like, whew, you know, like buying stuff, because you see, one of the rules with YouTube got is that you cannot say anything about drugs. So I can't really talk about marijuana or any of that stuff really about how the prices are on that. I don't smoke though, but I'm just saying I know people that do. But I'm just saying that you can't talk about it because that's one of the things that can get you a strike. That and talking about harming other people. Yeah. So like I say, I'm trying not to say too much stuff that will get me in trouble because it's just crazy out here with this new world order and this AI. See, people might think I hate AI. I don't hate AI. Shoot, I like AI. you know, it's just the way the AI don't like me. It really doesn't, and I don't think it's gonna get any better. But like I say, when I'm dead and gone, everybody gonna have a computer in their house. I got a computer. Everybody gonna have a robot in their house. I should say. A lot of people got the Roomba or the Ruba. Right now, the other companies making other versions of that, and they pretty soon people gonna have those robots out there cutting your grass. The robot grass cutters. I've seen one before. And they're gonna be out there cutting your yard, your lawn, and stuff like that. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like I say, I don't know. Ray, did you used to cuss words the first hour? I said one. I said the S word. Yeah, we're here for educational purposes. Yeah, I said one, and I caught myself. But then again, I said, well, it's after midnight. But then I still don't want to because kids might end up watching this video later on in the day, and I don't want to make sure that they don't get the wrong impression that I'm an old man with a foul mouth, which I'm not. I'm just an old man down a rabbit hole that's trying to get out because everything is crazy out here. We got prophecies, we got disasters, we got everything, and it's all in my time. I like it back when I was naive. Star Trek was brand new. You know, we had the old thing, with James Arness. That's the scariest monster we had. We had giant insects we had to fight all the time. For the nuclear blast out in the desert, we had like them or it, stuff like that. Giant mosquitoes. But this stuff that's out here now, it's something that's gonna be hard to deal with. And like I say, if stuff do happen, I'm ready. My mind done got to the point where nothing is gonna surprise me. And that's what we gotta be. We gotta get to that point where nothing should surprise you because and you turn on the TV, you see stuff you haven't seen in your lifetime. So we should never be afraid or scared of anything because there's nothing to fear. What's that guy? Who's the president, right? He say the only thing you have to fear is fear itself. That's what one of the presidents said. I think it was Roosevelt, the one that was in the wheelchair. Only thing we had to fear is fear itself. And like I say, see, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. And like I said, right now we had a zombie outbreak. Right now, I ain't gonna be scared. I just board down the house, lock up everything, make it tight. They get in, I take them out. Until I'm out of ammo and out of arm strength because I'll be hacking them. Hacking them. Yeah, but that's all you can do. What do you think? What do you think about doing the Space Force? Uh Space Force. You know what they name? You know what their name is? The Guardians, like our baseball team now. The Space Force. I knew that was coming because everybody that's in Washington, not everybody, every 40-year-old politician that's in Washington been hanging with the aliens, those are reptilians that they say don't exist. And they've been telling them that the people that's flying around in this UFO phenomenon that they say is a phenomenon, like it's something that happens every now and then, which happens every day on a daily basis. And they say, well, it's nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. But yet we got a space force. Think about that. We got Elon Musk making reusable ships that could go up and down in space. And now they got a 3D printer that's able to print spaceships that can go up and down in the space. And the government got their own spaceships that can go up and down in space. They got stuff on them, and they got these new weapons, these sonic weapons and these laser weapons, and now they doing the ships. They put on all our airplanes and all our ships getting these new laser weapons, sonic weapons too, So what did that tell you? This stuff is not expensive. I mean, not inexpensive. Like I told you today, earlier in my thing, $768 billion approved for the military. A lot of it that's gonna take care of pay raises and the veterans that's already need medical attention and stuff like that. But I mean, you just gotta look between the lines. We getting ready for a war. Is it coming in the wintertime 2022? That's fine. We guess we're gonna be fighting up in the space. Somebody knows something. Because you just don't start a whole new branch of military and not have to use it. So the Space Force is a legitimate thing, and they got a legitimate enemy, and we haven't met it yet. It's just like back when Columbus started sailing the seven seas, Portugal and all them other countries, and the Dutch, they started sailing off into the unknown. Never knew what they were gonna find, but yet their ships were loaded with cannons. They had cannons. Same thing with the Space Force. Somebody knows something that they ain't telling us. Some people thought the Space Force was using the laser weapons to start fires in California. Nah, California got issues. California got issues because I don't think they would burn up California with all these other countries got forests too. They could set fires, but like Russia. Russia got a forest. In other places we don't like got forests, but it's only California that's burned up. I think some of those fires because we got firebugs out there. I really do. Some of those people out there, they're arsonists. We had an arsonist here not too long ago. I think about 8-9 years ago. They caught him though. He burned one too many houses down. He used to burn up a lot of vacant houses. And somebody seen him, and they beat the heck out of him. And then the police came and got the remains. Yeah. Yeah, but like I say, we do have a Space Force. Maybe my grandson might be in Space Force because, like I say, they're going to start drafting. They're going to have high draft men and women. No distinguishing to where they're going to be fighting. They all going to be drafted. And that should tell you something. Because they're getting all this stuff into place. Stuff that we never had to do before. And then we got all these people out here that don't want to work. There's something. Is they sending out messages or some kind of beam into these people's brains saying that you don't have to work, don't work, don't work, don't work. And then all of a sudden, you get scooped up by the Space Force. You are right. Let's put the squeeze on the Klingon. Go take over the quadrant, Yeah, you got all the other ones out there. What is it? It's Star Trek, right? The Ferengi. Yeah, be out there Deep Space Nine. Got all them other ones. The Borg. You don't want a Borg. You don't want to run to the Borg. Got all this other stuff out there. See, like I say, we are being manipulated as a people, as a country too. It's something about people controlling us. It's a long game. It's a long game. Like I say, they're gonna give everybody that UBI. I say within 10 years, everybody gonna be on a fixed income, all except the what they call them people, necessary workers or whatever, like doctors and nurses and stuff like that. They have to be on the job. But the rest of them, you're a store clerk or a truck driver or a cashier or working at a bar, all those jobs gonna be taken over by robots, and the rest of the people are gonna be free to go out to space with Elon Musk or join the space force. Essential workers. Thank you very much, Barbara Brand. Yeah, yeah. So like I say, you just gotta read between the lines because they always putting stuff out there. They always got stuff out there. Like I say, when I first seen that because at first they mentioned the stuff about the laser, all the United States warships and everything is going to be switched over to laser weapons and sonic weapons, and then all of a sudden they say we got a space force, and I mean it just makes sense. But see, I'm just waiting for them to come up with those laser handguns. I want one. I want one of them laser handguns. Because like I always say in all my videos when I'm talking about it, I always want to be on the same level as the bad guy. If the bad guy got one, I want one. You see what I'm saying? Bad guy got a nuclear bomb, I want a nuclear bomb. You know, I always want to be on the same level playing ground. And see, I go to store market before I speak a word of protect. So yeah, we might be like what was that? Babylon 5. We might have to put up a space station out there 5 miles long so we could be like intermediaries with all these other races out there. What's it what the Mimbari and what was the other one? Oh, I can't think of. Well, anyway, yeah. So anyway, that's the way it is out there because you never know. Just exploring every path. Come on, Hoot, let's do it. The last best hope for man. Yeah, that's Babylon 5. Yeah, they had what was another one of those races? Let's see. They had the Shadows, Vorlons, the Minbari. Uh, then they had those lizard guys. I can't think of their name. But anyway, the Centauri. Yeah, that's the one with the big hair. Yeah, yeah, the Centauri. And who is the one that used to always fight Jakar? The guy named Jakar. They look like snakes. They look like lizard people. Uh, I can't think of their name. Right on the tip of my tongue too. Brian, I think Walmart cashiers are essential workers, but I but I hear they are changing over to checking yourself out. who, who? Let me tell you this: Walmart cashiers are not essential workers. They're like, what would you classify them? Endangered species. If you can find a Walmart cashier at a cash register, they are endangered species because they're never there. You can go in a Walmart, it's like 50 cash registers, and you got one person there. And then over there, you got the self-serve checkout. You got like two of them over there watching everybody check out stuff. But I mean, they like endangered species. You find a Walmart cashier, you got to protect them, lead them to the register. You know, Posse up. But that's the way it are. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. I think Walmart cashiers are essential workers, but I hear I change it over to thing. Your car is a Narn. Okay, Narns. Narns, yeah. Yeah. Narns. They look like the lizard people, the Narns. Yeah, they had a whole bunch. I used to watch Babylon 5. I haven't watched it in a while. They had a whole bunch of different races and stuff like that. Yep. Yep. And that's who I think is right here, the Narns, controlling us from behind the scenes. Not that I watch much science fiction. Oh, yes, you do. I watched a lot of science fiction. Matter of fact, I watched all 5 seasons of that, and I just could remember the name of that one. You know, yep. So like I say, with the Shadows, the Vorlons, the Narns, the Centauri, because they was always fighting, and then they had a whole bunch of other ones too. Then they had the one that started a war that was almost wiping out Earth. That the guy started to sleep with and end up marrying or something like that. But anyway, the first season was crap. That's so much better. Yeah. Yeah, that's once they changed and they got Bruce Brockler. When Bruce Brockler got on there, it came on the breed. The breed. Is that was the I know right? Endangered species is right. The breed. Yeah, Babylon 5. I watched a lot of it too. The Membari. That's what I'm thinking of, the Membari. That's the one that almost wiped out Earth. The Membari. Yeah. That's the one with the great technology. Them and the Vorlons. Yeah, they was human souls in my Membari bodies. Something like that. I don't remember. Yeah. But anyway, I got sidetracked for a minute there. I got sidetracked. Babylon 5. Did you watch Battlestar Galactica remake? I watched both of them. Love them both. They both were different. Yeah. Yep. And you know what happened in Battlestar Galactica? It was the AI. The Cylons were robots. More like yeah, they were robots. They was like sentient beings though. Yeah, they were trying to kill off the human species, their makers, Cylons. That's what's going on now with what we making here. Maybe that's why we being watched, because we making computers and so it ain't so much they make watching us, they watching what we doing with this AI here. Best show ever except Firefly. I like Firefly, but it was so short. It really was. Matter of fact, they made a whole movie out of the series. Firefly was so short. But like I say, you go into space travel. But a lot of people don't know. Only TV series I really didn't get into was Buck Rogers in the 25th century. I couldn't get into it. It just didn't hit a chord with me. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Yeah, good show, but stopped at one season. Yeah, Firefly. I remember that. Yep, there was a couple more too, because I used to watch a lot of sci-fi space shows. Because, like I said, if I ever had a chance, if I had to live in another alternative universe or galaxy or something like that, and I probably would be working on a space ship or something like that. I'd probably be a navigator on or something like that. I haven't seen The Breed. Is it Netflix? No, I haven't watched it either. That came out. I think, is it still out? I think maybe they took it down. Yeah, because that came late. Debris. People touch that stuff. Like I say, the last kind of strange show that I've seen all of it so far was Manifest. about that airplane that disappeared, came back 5 years later. You know, I watched that one. That was kind of interesting. It's on Hulu. Yeah, okay. Manifest. So anyway, it's a lot of things out there that we don't really know. Like I said, because like a lot of this stuff could be demonic too. You know, all of it don't have to necessarily be science fiction. A lot of this stuff could actually be from the other side. It could be a demonic invasion because the Bible says that they coming up, taking over before the final judgment. So who knows? Yeah, the other side. Like I say, we got our side, the side of the sun, and they got their side, the dark side. You know, so we could be for the other side because they say demons been able to, what they say, possess people bodies and stuff like that. They don't want to possess my body. They'll be complaining about their needs every day. So they don't want me. Yeah, Candy Princess, you hook us up with some laser weapons. Yeah, I like to get me a nice phaser or something. They all of them use. They don't use guns. They don't use bullets. No, because it's just the way things are. You use that laser thing. They got weapons. We gonna get that technology so we can go up there and help them fight. Even in the last what was that last installment of Independence Day? That last one, we got we got drafted into some kind of war. They're gonna take our young soldiers up to fight some kind of invasion. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you the strangest movie though that I was watching. That I seen all of it. Fallen Skies. I don't know if y'all remember that one. Fallen Skies. It started off, we already had been invaded, and they were basically fighting for their lives and stuff like that. That Fallen Skies. It turned out the reason that they came and attacked Earth was because they came once before back in the days of the caveman, and the queen's son it came and got killed by the humans. And so she came back to get revenge on us because of something that happened back in caveman time. That was all about Falling Skies. So that was a good show. What's his game? I forgot the guy name that was in it. He played a college professor. He was a doctor on another show. Falling Skies was a great adventure. Yeah, yeah. See, that's what it'll be like if we did have to fight aliens. We'll be in bad shape. We had to get allies, which we did get an allies in that. Because our weapons are not powerful enough. Basically, it'd be like throwing rocks. Noah Wiley, yeah, I remember him when he played that doctor on that show, and he also played the librarian. I seen the librarian too. Yeah, yep. So yeah, Noah Wiley. Yeah, but like the Fallen Skies was good too. We might end up like that if we had to fight aliens. Reminded me of District 9. That's what they look like, the Queen and stuff like that. District 9, that was crazy. I see that. I see that at the movie. I was sitting in the movie theater, and I think, what the heck? It was good though. Yeah, they supposedly came out with a part two, but they never did. Yeah, and then they got the guys that made District 9. They also made Chappie, about a rogue robot. Chappie. I haven't seen Noah Wiley since forever. Yeah, he did a couple of series, like you say, Fallen Skies and Librarian. The Librarians. Yeah, he did a series. Yeah, like I used to watch this one called Warehouse 13, where you got all the mystical articles and stuff like that. You got Excalibur in there. You got the off lost Ark of the Covenant, and you got all this stuff in there. You got what's that guy's portrait of Dorian Gray. You got all this stuff in Warehouse 13. The government is keeping it and hiding it out from us. I forgot I was gonna shut up. Let's see. Homestead Aquarius, you have a case of the big eyes, sir. Can't sleep. 13, the lost room. Yeah. Yeah. No, homestead, of course. Nope. Robert, I promised people that I was gonna stay up tonight and do a video because my videos keep getting cut off sometimes in the daytime where I can't talk about stuff I really want to talk about. So I decided to see if they're gonna cut me off at night. So I'm gonna do this video and I'm gonna post it and see if it'll be here in the morning. I just see I'm testing their patience of what I'm doing. Really I haven't said too much. I mean, mostly I did a lot of talking earlier about aliens and Bigfoot. So a lot of people have the same idea with Bigfoot. Because they do believe, like I believe, Bigfoot is out there. I never seen a Bigfoot, but a lot of times we got to take things on faith. You know, without actually seeing. Fringe was a great series. Yeah, Fringe. If you have Fringe was good. Then they had like Quantum Leap, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff out here. Like I said, Hollywood, basically is trying to give us a hint. Excuse me. Got the smudge on there. I touched the glasses with my fingers. Yeah, Hollywood. And like I say, they want everybody to know because I think it's some subliminal message is in this stuff out here, and they try to let us know what is coming and that we should not panic, that we should embrace it. Like Stargate was good, and I had no problem with that. But I tell people, if you get a chance to watch Utopia series with John Cusack and the Stand, the original Stand from Stephen King, it'll basically tell you what's going on out here right now, especially that Utopia. Man, when I watched that just blew my mind. Blew my mind. And like I said, we heading for a RoboCop society here. That's what I believe, a RoboCop type of society where there won't be any police and everything is going to be privatized and run by the corporations. What's that? Omni consumer product, and they're going to have all these robots out here protecting the streets, and so they can buy the properties and stuff like that. Like they said, old Detroit and building a new Detroit. And that's what we headed to, androids. Androids and aliens is all coming. We're going to have to deal with the Terminators, Transformers, and all that stuff. Because we had so much, let's see, not heading, that's a bad word. I shouldn't say that one. We're going into the third age of man, and we got to be ready. And we can't go in there driving automobiles that's using fossil fuel. Is that what they say? Fossil fuels running on dinosaurs. So what they're doing now is they're going to eliminate all fossil fuel cars. Just like you can't find a car, Harley, that was made out of steel, like when I was a kid. All cars are made out of some kind of synthetic plastic or whatever this stuff is now. And that's what they're heading to now. So they're gonna do that. And then once they do that, they're gonna have these cars out here that's driving themselves. They're gonna start putting cars in the air. They might not be flying real high in the air. They might be like hovercrafts, hovering over the ground a little bit. So you won't need tires, so they can put the tire industry out of business. See, they want to do all this stuff, but they can't do all this stuff as long as people need jobs. You see what I'm saying? Can you picture a car running on nitrogen, basically? Recycle nitrogen out of the air and water, hovering around on no tires, just in the air. And that'll put the gas industry out of business. That'll put the tire industry out of business. They would just be selling tires to buggies and stuff like that. But I mean, until they figure out how they're gonna give people money, none of this stuff can happen because people would go into an uproar if everybody started losing their jobs like that. And like I said, it's coming. Like I say, 50 million truck, 50 million, yeah, about 50 million. 50 million people gonna lose their jobs if they ever started to do what they want to do. Get rid of cashiers, truckers, taxi cab drivers, and all this stuff. A lot of the service industry, because right now that's all we are in America is basically a service industry because we don't make anything anymore because we sent everything overseas. We don't make anything anymore. Let's see. Have you ever seen Master Bertank? Is my favorite Stargate guru. Have you seen the Colony? I still haven't seen the Colony. Still haven't seen the Colony. We've been praying for an EMP in that case. I wish they continued Colony. They could have done so much more. Be right back. Clean up, Princess. Please do not dematerialize anyway. I'm gone. Let's see. That's what the Cash for Clunkers thing was really about, getting traditional made cars easy to fix out of the marketplace. Yeah, because I know I could used to. I had a '73 Chevy. I love that car, and I could fix everything on it. Didn't have no computer brain in it. I could fix the carburetor. It had a carburetor back then, points and plugs and all that stuff, timing chain. I had all that stuff. You know, I had the brake drum, didn't have all them disc brakes like they did. But I mean, had discs on the front with drum brakes on the back. But I mean, I can fix all that stuff. Put a starter on there and everything. Put a starter on it, put a muffler on it. I love that car. Got crashed up though. This reverend fell asleep at the wheel, and he crashed into the back of my car at a street light. Crashed. I was sitting in the car just at the light. He fell asleep behind the wheel. Bam! Tore my car up. I love that car too. Big 73 Chevy Impala. Okay, from the UBS CBC DC. Let's see, me too, Brian. I'm tired to watch. I tried to watch Men in the High Castle. It was too dark. Literally, I couldn't watch. You know what? I never watched that. I got the channels. I got Hulu and Netflix. I think that's Netflix. So I could watch the channel. Never got around to it. It's just so much stuff that's out there, and like I say, I spend a lot of time on the internet now because I got a channel. But and then most of my evenings I spend with the family, whatever they want to watch, whatever we want to do, because I just can't always spend my time on the internet. That's why I do all my stuff and do a lot of stuff in the daytime. But once my wife get home, I spend some time with her, or else I'll be out on the street. I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend too much time like that. So, got to spend some time with the family, and that's what I do. It's crazy because what is that? Oh yeah, that's about that Afghan evacuees. They're gonna give them all $2,275,000. That's $5,000. $2,275,000. Yeah, $2,000. $2,275. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, you never watched it. Oh, too tired. Yeah, I love TV, man. I love old movies. I love horror movies. I love zombie movies. I love war movies. My favorite war movie, I would have to say Pork Chop Hill. But then I started watching Black Hawk Down. I don't know. Sort of love those true war movies. Black Hawk Down, man, oh, that was something else. Yeah, yeah, I like those war movies. And then, like I say, I like The Walking Dead. You know, Zombie Land. A lot of zombie movies. We always win in zombie movies for some reason. No, we don't. You can't win in a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Okay. So anyway, when they do figure out what's going on with these robots, and they figure out how the long game is being played, and that it's all about money. That guys like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and all them buying up all this land and all this supplies and stuff. They got this stuff where they gonna build, like Bill Gates want to build a city out there where he built all this, where he bought all this farmland. I mean, who gonna live in this city? I mean, ain't nobody gonna have money, ain't nobody gonna have jobs. We gonna go back to the feudal kings. Not not to say that it was a bad thing at that time, but when everything collapsed, these guys are gonna have land and places that they're gonna build up. You know, they're gonna have walls around them. You take like The Walking Dead, you know, when he had like Alexandria. The reason Alexandria had a wall around it was they was building a shopping mall across the freeway from it, where the guy said, well, he went over there and got all, because he was an architecture engineer, got all that stuff and built the walls around Alexandria. But Alexandria would have been like any other place except Hilltop. Buffering, please. I'm back. Am I back? I don't know. I'm back. Okay. What they say? Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, because like I said, I don't know. I thought they was gonna get me for talking about Bill Gates. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna talk about Mr. Bill. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Yeah, because I can read the signs. I can see the signs when they come in my way. Because like I say, you know, it's funny when you can start talking about certain things, they get you. And I don't need no problem. So I'm gonna just go ahead and mention the lizard people and stuff like that for a few more times, and make sure that everybody understand that what we are actually doing here is just being subservient to the AI. They control everything. They control everything. They control your phone. They control your TV. They control your CPAP machines now. You know, they got these new ones out there. They got a AI disc in there, or whatever that thing is, little chip like that, the microchip, and that's what it's all about. Control. You control the people. You know, they got these new towers out there everywhere. You know, and they tell you, don't worry about it. You're safe. I don't know. I just don't understand it, but I'm not put on this planet to understand it. I'm put on this planet to be subservient to our overlords in the reptilian agenda. And a lot of people don't understand that. So, like I say, maybe these guys bought this land to make them safe zones for us. Who can we call him? Gil Bates. Gil Bates. Master Bates. Master. Because He gonna be a feudal lord. He gonna be a lord out there because he gonna have a city. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Masturbates. Yep, yep. Yeah, but anyway, let me talk about some prepping stuff while I'm here. Hey, WD Glock, what's going on out there? WD Glock is on the other side of the country. He's out there. Let's see. It's 2 o'clock here. That means it's 11 p.m. there. Yeah. Yeah, he's out there. Yeah. So anyway, these rich people, I want to call them a-holes, but I ain't gonna call them a-holes. I'm gonna just say rich people that's out here that in these corporate multimillionaires are in bed with these reptilians that's controlling everything from behind the scenes. They say some of them got these mind control things where they can control your mind, but I don't know because see, people tell me my mind is gone since I started being a prepper. Because they part of a secret society now, and they shaping our reality to what we need to know. They are, they got all these politicians here. It is not only here, but they all in the UN. They all in the UN. They got all of the old time politicians in the UN. They all being controlled. You see what I'm saying? That's why they always want to bring down this country and get us involved in things because we such a strong country, strong-willed people. Strong will. Americans are strong will because we have one thing that a lot of other countries don't have, and that's the Second Amendment. And they attacking that every day. Every day. Sapphire, Diamonds, and Pearl, how you doing? Yeah, it's late here. Let's see. There where you at, I would say it's 11 o'clock also. Yeah, it should be about 11 p.m. What you doing up so late? Yeah, because you and Glock are both on the West Coast out there, but you in Arizona. Yeah. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. out there. It's only 2 o'clock here. Yep, 11 p.m. Yeah. See, me, back when I used to go fishing, I fish all night. I'd be sitting there, having a little transistor radio on low, fish all night, watching the lake, watching the alien ships under the water. That's what I'm saying. We have lights under the water. You say you're a night owl? All right. You're a night owl. Yeah. Now, I never been a night owl until I retired. If I had to work any other time, I'd be in the bed because I know I had to get up at 4 in the morning, get ready to go to the post office. And I'd be getting up in 2 hours. But I have had nights like that where I went out and stayed out all night and went straight from wherever I was to work. But that's when I was a kid, though. I wasn't working at the post office there. I know a lot of us probably had them days we went straight from wherever we were at to work. I have. On more than one occasion. Worked all day, too. Came home and just passed out. Woke up the next day and did it again. Yeah, but that's another story, Yeah, but like I say, it's 2 o'clock here in Cleveland. Yeah, my dog is over there. He's watching TV. He's watching TV. Literally, he is watching TV. I put him one of his favorite shows on. I am just sitting here talking about going down the rabbit hole, and I was talking about those guys that's gonna build all these big cities to get all this land to get the people to come there, and we're gonna all be at his mercy. Because see what's gonna happen is it's gonna be a collapse, and everybody that ain't gonna get caught up in the violence in the big cities are gonna try to go to those safe zones. And that's what I see. I see safe zones out that way. I put 100-gallon diesel transfer tank in my truck. Wow. I get up at 8 a.m. However, my bedtime is only 4 a.m. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. You're gonna have to drink some of them juices you be making. Keep your stamina up. Let's see. Hey JH556. Yeah, I'm up a little late tonight. Just a little. So yeah. The WD Glock, is that diesel for your generator? Your generator works on diesel, right? That new generator you just bought. I think it works on diesel. That dog is super cool. He's just a real confident about himself. He walks around like he's 100-pound Rottweiler. He's tough. I mean, that dog is tough. I mean, he's such a little dog. You know, a Jack Russell Terrier, but I done seen him go at it with big dogs. I seen him go at it with the squirrels. He didn't win the battle with the skunk. Skunk got him. I remember that. Man, had to clean him up. But the skunk only got him on the back leg. That was good. Yeah. For your tractor. Okay. Okay, I remember the tractor. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm making mango wine. Mango wine. Shoot, I can use some wine. All I got is beer. Yeah, I do have some rum, but I don't want to mess with no rum. That's for guests. That's when people come over. They can have some rum. Yeah. Mango wine. That sounds tasty. Tasty. So anyway, it's gonna be some changes coming, especially with 2022 roll around, and we started to get hit with these drastic prices on food and clothing and gasoline and heating oil and all of the commodities. It's gonna cost us so much to live that we gonna actually be crying. I mean, we ain't gonna be starving if you can afford it, but it's gonna be some changes coming. We might have to end up eating that fake meat because that might be the only thing we can afford. Fake meat and peanut butter. Fake meat and peanut butter. Now, see, it won't bother me because I grew up eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches. I like peanut butter jelly, peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and banana. As long as you got peanut butter, you'll be all right. But I done got spoiled. I like to eat meat. I like to eat steak and pork chops and stuff like that. But if I had to go back to eating peanut butter, I would go back to eating peanut butter before I let them take me. Nope, I'm not gonna give in to the powers that be. They come to my door and say, look, we want to take you because you're a senior citizen to a place that can help you and help you on your way and stuff like that. I would say FEMA camp, but they won't be calling them FEMA camps anymore. They be calling them something else. And I'm not gonna fall for that okey doke because they can come and want to take me, but that don't mean I'm going. Yeah, see, I went out and got a new kerosene heater over the weekend. My biggest concern is heating my home in an emergency. You're right. Especially if you're in the Northeast like me, you got to keep warm because, like I was telling everybody, I'm expecting the wires to get torn down by the ice that's going to be forming on them from the rain that's going to be coming in this year. They say it's going to be a wet year up here in the Northeast, in the Ohio Valley, and I'm prepared for that. Dude, I never thought about making mango wine. Must be tasty mangoes. That bullfrog is in the house, everybody. Uncle Al. What you doing up this late, Uncle Al? Gotta be what, 11:15, 11:10 there, yeah. Health camp, right? Yeah, I don't want no health camp. They ain't gonna get me in no health camp. You might as well take me to the Superdome or put me in one of them warehouse like they did the people in Louisiana again, down in New Orleans. That'd be quicker to take me to one of them health camps. That's what they're gonna say. We're gonna take care of you. They might grind us up and then put us into some kind of food stock, make us into Soylent Green. Yeah, grind up all the old people and feed them to the young people. Sick clinic. I ain't got that part yet. No, I'm not going there. Nope. Let's see. Top of the evening to you. Yeah. So, like I said, when things come, like I say in 2022, it is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. All we gotta do is just keep your eyes open and watch the signs. And once you see the signs that's really going on, you know what you need to do. If you're not prepping and you're not picking up your game prepping, you're gonna have to start prepping because it's not gonna be a pretty sight, and nobody's gonna come and help you. If you're gonna sit around and wait for the feds, the federal government, I said the feds, federal government to come knock on your door to help you out, hey, you might as well jump off a bridge. Yeah, but they're not gonna do it. You're just gonna have to. Hey, hi, Robert. Hey, Uncle Al. Good evening. Yeah, you just gonna have to do what you got to do because it's a long game, and we just pawns in it. We are. We just pawns in it. And like I said, we're gonna have to do what we have to do because we're not gonna be able to actually make a difference. So the only thing you can do is make a difference with your family. Like make sure that they okay in your group. Make sure your group okay because when they do have a collapse, and like I say, we at 77% hit the fan. I mean, stuff is happening and it's happening faster every day. All we need now is for a financial collapse to happen. That's it. That's it. Or a long-term blackout. Yeah. That's it. What can you do? We can't handle so much more. Rick say ready for the monsoon for the northeast and central. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of rain here. That's what they say, freezing rain. Because it's gonna be in the winter time, it's gonna be freezing rain. Right now, today, it's it's comfortable. It wasn't bad. It was 77 degrees. Excuse me, 64 right now. But I'm just saying, the last couple of days, it's been in the 50s. It was cold. It was in the 50s. Yeah. So how you doing, Uncle Al? Let's see. Yeah, so like I say, really, we just got to take it one day at a time. And like I say, you can't be afraid because you know what's coming. Like I say, like I out say he hate freezing rain. Yeah, I hate freezing rain too because like I say, you can't drive in it. Can't drive once it turn the ice on there. That black ice you just threw. I used to hate I used to hate walking in when I was a mailman. That's why I do all my falling down on that black ice out there. Yeah. When I fall down, I just lay there looking around and see who else seeing me fall. Just looking around. And then I get up, fall down again. Yeah, that's what you do. Just put up a video. Still alive. Next week, Ray. Still alive. Just put up a video. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check it out tonight though. Cause I probably when I do go to bed, I probably sleep about 5 hours. So whenever time I go to bed, whether it's 2 o'clock now, we'll be getting up about 7, 8. I don't sleep that long, 5, 6 hours, And then in the afternoons, I doze off on the couch, take a nap. I wake up the dog all on my lap. I don't know why he like to lay on my lap. I guess it's the body heat. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the way it is. That's my companion, my buddy. He lets me know if anything's going on in the neighborhood. He'll start barking. As soon as he hears something around the house, then he would go out there and he'd just attack it if I let him out. Yeah, so like I said, we gotta make sure that when things do get bad, you just can't be the gray man. I mean, some people want to be the gray man, but do you really want to be the only one taking care of yourself? What about if you got a family like the rest of us? Because if you're the gray man, I can't have you into my group. I mean, because you gonna be on your own. You ain't gonna be thinking about the group. If you got to get in my group, you're gonna be thinking about yourself. See, gray man could be dangerous to your group. Gray men want to be gray men. That's fine. Let them go out there live like mountain men. In his mind, he is protecting you. Yeah. Great man's could be 350 pounds of whole grain. That wow, that's a lot of. That's a lot of. So yeah, so like I said, great man's gonna be great man's. That's what they want to be. But if you want to be a part of a group, you can't be a great man because great man's they in it for themselves. When the things go bad, it's every man for himself with him. So, but you're gonna have to have a group. They're gonna have to have a tight group. That's why most of the people in my group is family, because I can't have that happen to me. It minds because we'd be up at Shit Creek if he had to be if he was an integral part of the community, and that's what we're gonna have to do. Eventually, we're gonna have to start building back communities. Have to start trading with other communities. Like I say, it's gonna be futile. I mean, hopefully we won't have to do it, that the government pull itself back together, but I don't think so. If we have a total breakdown of of government, it won't we won't get it back because there's some states that ain't gonna want to come back. You know what I mean? Some states, I ain't gonna say no names, but you know what the states are. They're gonna say we ain't coming back. We don't like what happened before. Now we got our freedom. We ain't coming back. I hate to think that my state might be one of them, but it probably will. It probably will. It's just gonna be crazy out here. Very crazy. It's getting harder, folks. Prices jump up again. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Shoot, wait till next couple of months. It's gonna be really outrageous prices. I was telling people it's going up, and people don't realize that it's a shortage too. It's a shortage in the prices. And like I say, once the shortage get to the point where it's not able to be replaced on the shelves, that's when people gonna really start panicking. It's gonna be the toilet paper situation all over again, but this time it'll probably be with frozen food because it seems to me the yuppies they go out and buy all the frozen pizza they can. I don't understand that though. They buy all the frozen pizza they can. When the power go out, that shit gonna be never mind. I mean, anyway, that's what they do. Frozen pizzas. But who knows? You have 37 increase in November. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we just gotta be able to do what we can do. I mean, there's nothing we really can do because everything is already being put into place for the long game, and we just got to be ready. We just got to be ready. We gotta. What is that? They're talking about purge. The purge. Yeah, I hope we don't ever have to purge. That's what they want to do. They are idiots, Ray. Yeah, I know they are. Yep. Democrats and Republicans, they both idiots. They both lie. You know, it's just crazy. Yeah, because I was just reading something. It said we might turn into the purge to thin out the herd. To get rid of some of the undesirable people. They're gonna start a purge. That wouldn't work out really. That wouldn't work out at all. They say people who never make mistakes if they don't blame if they blame other people for whatever happened. So they never make a mistake. That'll be okay. That'll work. People that make mistakes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if it wasn't for our Second Amendment rights, we'll be like Australia. We'll be under the thumb of a oppressive government right now. Or like Russia, we'd be speaking socialism. But they trying to take them. It won't be long. They trying to take them. Do you? Lose power in freezing rain. Only if the wires get pulled down because the wire is old. We got them old poles, and they still got wires going across the houses. It's not. We don't have underground wiring a lot of places. I got wires in my backyard, and the rain when it rains up here, that ice get real heavy. It takes down gutters and whatever it can get onto. Yeah, we lose power when we get a lot of freezing rain. Yeah. Uncle Al said he been playing the long game since 2019. Who is laughing out? Who is laughing at old Uncle Al? Uncle Al, I ain't laughing at you. I'm down the rabbit hole with you. All right, then. I'm gonna call it quits at 2:30 because I'm yawning. Yeah, I can't concentrate like I want to start concentrating. All I know is stuff. And everything began to be a little juggled up in the air because I was thinking about China when China started buying all our rubber. Everybody knows China's stockpiling rubber, and I can't figure out why they stockpiling rubber. Yeah, but I just started to think about it right now, so I don't know why. I mean, I was talking about deja vu earlier today, and then I did have one point where my channel did buffer a little bit. I was getting ready to go. I thought I was going to lose everybody, but it stopped. It was good. So, like I said, I'm glad to see you guys are hanging in there out there from California. You too, Robert. Robert, I don't think you in California, though. No, I think you more like along the Carolinas or Florida. Huh. Never had make fun of a man who is eating well a noose. What's noose? Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get on out of here in a few minutes. Go ahead and dream about my Browns winning that football game again today. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we good. We good. I think I covered everything. I don't know if I talked enough about certain things, but I did get to talk a little bit about the reptilian agenda with my channel cutting off. I did talk a little bit about the Bigfoots who actually worked for the aliens, who actually guards the caverns or the doorways to where you can get to the undergrounds where they live at. Let's see. I did talk a little bit about that. I did talk a little bit about the Space Force. Somebody asked me about the Space Force. I did talk a little bit about the moon and how every time they open up that Stargate or portal on the moon, on the dark side of the moon, that it affects the Bermuda Triangle. Let's see what else. We did talk a little bit about some of everything today. But like I said, probably the next time I probably do this, I don't know. Maybe I might come back next Sunday at midnight. It ain't too bad. Let's see. Robert say I'm in Alabama. Roll Tide roll. Roll Tide roll. Wise men say never make fun of men eating well. You say you will be survivor. Down south, you sir in Alabama. I kind of figured you were south. Yeah. Because you got frogs. Frogs down there. Uncle I'll never laugh at you. You've been spot on the whole time. Let's say Gen 556 is night bullfrog. Yep, so I'm gonna leave by saying this, that the politicians are playing us, and they playing on our emotions, and they keeping us distracted from what's really going on. So basically, read between the lines. Read between the lines, because they're not our friends. They may be the people we voted in because we didn't have any other choice or any other selection for some of these people we put up there, but they're not our friends. You know, a lot of them got still part of the big corporations. You know, they got them. They in their pockets and they in it for the money. All right, then. I will see everybody later. Everybody have a good night. Get some sleep. I'll talk to you guys later. Like I say, I still go live Thursdays at 2 p.m.